Welcome to my YouTube channel, Half Fast Hugo. Today we are going to do a quick little spin at Hartley before the temperatures get up. We've been having some daytime temperatures up around 40, so right now we're running around 25 degrees, so hopefully we'll get a quick little spin in here, at least 5 miles maybe, before temps get above freezing. We're supposed to get 8 inches of snow here later this week, and yeah, we had a whole cold spell there where it was, more than 20 below Fahrenheit, so that was a little brisk. Luckily I was down in Florida doing the Iditarod one of those weekends. I'll put a link to the Iditarod up there on the right. Yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy winter. I did get some lift serve fat biking in. I'll also put a link to that up there. You can check that out if you want. But today we're just going to do a quick little spin before the temps get above freezing. Hopefully the trails are still good. So all right, let's get on the trails. All right, it is sounding a little crunchy, so we'll see what the trails look like. Definitely see some melt underneath there. We may have a short ride, but we'll check her out. So far the deck seems pretty solid. We can get away with a quick 5 miler before it warms up, that would be awesome. Like I said, they seem pretty solid here in the shade. Definitely you can see it's a little icy in some spots, but all fun and games as we go. So you guys have probably seen me ride this trail a few times here in Hartley, so I figured I'd kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the things we got going on. It is hopefully a sign of spring that we're getting this close to some warm temps. It seems like every year Mother Nature gives us a nice warm up to predict a sign of things to come. And we've had a few days here above 40 degrees during the middle of the day, so I think that does provide an indicator of where things are going. There's only one other car in the parking lot today too, so that's kind of nice. So what do we got planned this year? Drop a comment, let me know what you got planned. I know got a trip to Bentonville next month, another trip to Bentonville in April with a group of guys trip. And I know Mike will be down there with his crew at the same time, so that'll be fun. And then May, I know I got a trip down to Indiana, Kentucky, heading to Mammoth Caves, meet some people there. So it should be fun. And then hopefully hit some riding in it while we're there at some of the different trails in a few different states. And June's pretty open. I'm trying to decide if I want to go out to the Pacific Northwest. Got one trail out in Oregon along the river. It's like a 25-mile shuttle I'd like to ride. Can't remember the name of it at the moment. And I wouldn't mind going to the Northeast and hitting some of the Kingdom trails as well. Some of that New Hampshire, Vermont stuff. And great breweries there, by the way. Of course, there's great breweries out in the Pacific Northwest as well. Trails look to be in great shape today. A little icy, as you can tell by that lovely crunch of the studded tires. So yeah, so that's kind of some of the stuff I have planned. Some of that's fluid. Don't have dates set for everything yet. I'll probably do maybe some how-to videos as well or something. People tend to like those as well. I had the loan pass last year, Kids got it for me for Christmas. Problem is, I ended up having my shoulder replaced and didn't get to use the loan pass much. So I need to see if I want to do that again and maybe hit some more bike park type riding. I thought about doing the summer gravity camp at Whistler. That would be awesome. Not sure if I want to commit to that yet or not. Might be heading out to Steamboat, Colorado to visit some friends there. Camping along the way with the wife. So, got a lot of stuff planned, but we'll see where it all ends. How it all transpires. Right now, I just gotta get through the semester at school. I teach college, so once the semester gets over, I'm free. And so I teach in the finance in the business school, so all good. A little downhill section here, but not long. And looks like feels a little icy and a little exposed ground. Nice. So we're still on guardrail, but we'll end up taking blowdown just to get a little bit more miles in. That was interesting. I did pass a guy climbing up that on an old school 26er mountain bike. So definitely the trails are firm enough for a skinny tire, but I don't know that's what I'd want to do. If he's running studded tires, but I didn't look. Nor do I really care. That's up to him. Alright. Another little push up here. And then off the blowdown. Fat tires are fun, but as I get older, I sure do like wearing shorts. Much better. So we'll see what the future holds. My son and daughter-in-law are thinking about moving. Wife wants to be near the grandkids. So a lot of that'll depend upon where they want to move as to where we end up. Me, I don't care. As long as I can go ride somewhere, that's all good. I could use to retire anyhow. Beautiful day. It is warming up, 28. So it should work out perfect. Get off the trails before we hit in the 30s. I took a few layers off today, knowing that it was going to get warmed up. I think I'm still a little too warm. I'll post a video up on the right of what you should wear in the winter, or how to gauge it. But it is trial and error a lot of times. And what your cold susceptibility is, what your cold tolerance is. Some people are Eskimos and some people are beach people, or whatever you want to call it. So, I gotta figure that out. Right now, just nice to be out in the fresh air, because it is crisp. Love it. Nice. Riding my Reeb Donk-a-Donk. Reeb does a great job. I have a Reeb Squeeb. They don't make that anymore. But the Reeb Donk-a-Donk fat bike is fun. Got a Manitou front suspension fork on it. Thought about getting rid of it, but because I don't ride this bike in the summer anymore. Here's a steel frame bike, if I didn't mention that. I'm running an 11-speed XT setup on here. And that's always the debate. XT, SLX, XTR. SLX is pretty solid stuff. You're just gonna lose a little bit of weight if you go to the XTRs. And the XT is probably a good all-around choice for value, but again, personal preference and how much money you got to burn. I'm running on this bike, I run the Onyx hubs. Absolutely love the Onyx hubs. They're quiet. And in the winter, I love hearing the crunch of the snow as opposed to my summer i9s zinging away. I do like the i9s for my mountain bike, but that's a summer ride. In the winter, getting out here in the trails in the woods with the snow on the ground, it's just awesome. Not hearing the zing is pretty cool. You can kind of get a feel for what the trail's like underneath. Like you can see here, it's much quieter, a little more snow. I'm on the opposite side where the sun doesn't hit it as much, so we got a little more snowpack as opposed to when I was climbing up, and you could hear the crunch of the ice. These brakes, I don't use them that much, so they get cold. Nice. So we're going around. Today we're doing the guardrail and blow down clockwise. I did this last weekend with Jim and Jay. In video, but we did it clockwise and it was fun. And right now it's one of the only trails still open with the warm-up we've had, so that's why I'm here. Although looking at the roads, I could probably get my Ibis XE and do a road ride. The problem with that is there's still a lot of salt on the roads, and man, I don't want salt getting in those components. Another reason why I don't use a back of the vehicle rack in the winter. That road grime will tear up your components. That salty, slushy road grime in the winter up here. I have a one-up rack and a Alta rack that I use in the summer. And in the winter, my bikes go in the van. I'll have to do a video on my van because I'm getting ready to pack 4 bikes in it and go down to Bentonville here next month. So, and they'll be inside because the weather can still get pretty shitty. I've actually gone down to Arkansas in March and been run out by snowstorms, and as you know, they had some recent snow down there as it was, so it's a risk to take. Kind of sucked to get down there and get snow when we just left it, but again, the risk to take. Our trails are nice today. Nice today. Looks like it gets pretty soft if you get off the trails, like some people have, I've seen. But we will just ride in solitude for a little bit and enjoy the ride. All right, last hurrah before the parking lot. Always a fun little rip. Heading back out. Again, as long as you don't... Whoa! Just me! Like I said, as long as you don't meet somebody. So you got to be careful. It is a fun flip, a fun grip though. Would have been a flip if I'd hit that guy. Nice. Zinging through the woods. For the heat up. And then back out to the parking lot. Yeah. All right, nice little 6-mile ride at Hartley to wrap it up. Temps just getting to 32, so nice to get a rip in. It's almost 9:30, so go and make some good breakfast. But yeah, nice little rip around the trail. So hopefully you're outside riding somewhere today on this beautiful Sunday in northern Minnesota. So appreciate you riding along. If you would like, share, subscribe, I much appreciate it. Helps me grow the channel. But as always, get outside. Thanks for watching.